Apache Kafka is a distributed event streaming platform. Systems publish events to a Kafka topic, and other systems consume those events in real time. Here's a concrete example. Chronos Bank uses Appian to manage customer onboarding. One step in that workflow, a Know Your Customer (KYC) check, is handled by an external system. To start, Appian publishes an event to kick off that check. The external system then consumes that event to process the KYC check. When it finishes, the external system sends the result back via Kafka. Appian needs to receive that event, store it, and move the workflow forward. That's exactly what Appian's native Kafka integration is built for. The Appian Kafka integration uses two design objects. First, an Apache Kafka connected system. This stores your broker's connection details, the Bootstrap server address, and authentication credentials. You configure it once and reuse it across as many event consumers as you need. Second, an event consumer. This is where the real work happens. The event consumer listens to a specific Kafka topic, optionally filters incoming events using a sale expression, and invokes an action for each matching event. Let's build this, starting with Appian publishing an event to the topic to kick off the KYC check. In the Appian Designer, go to New. Then select Connected System and select Apache Kafka. Give it a name. For Chronos Bank's use case, we'll call this Chronos Bank Kafka. Enter your broker's Bootstrap server address and configure authentication. Once saved, this connected system is ready to use across any event consumer in your application. Publish an event to a topic using the Publish Event Smart Service node in a process model. Just drag the node into a process model and double-click to configure it. On the Setup tab, select the connected system that was just created. Under Topic, select a constant that specifies the topic to write to. In this case, KYC check. On the Data tab, specify the event body and the body format. In this case, the event body is stored in a process variable, and the body format is JSON. With the node configured, you can save and test the process to publish an event. The external system will receive this event, process the KYC check, and write a new event to the same topic when complete. Now create the event consumer that will process that event. Go to New, then Event Consumer. Give the event consumer a name and description, then select the connected system you just created. Enter the topic name. In this case, the topic where the external KYC system publishes its results. Set the offset reset to latest if you only want to process new events going forward, or earliest to process everything in the topic from the beginning. You'll also see a consumer group ID. Copy this and share it with your Kafka administrator. Alternatively, you could modify the value here with one provided by your Kafka administrator for an existing consumer group. In Event Properties, set the body format to JSON. That tells Appian how to parse the incoming event. The event filter is where you decide which events actually trigger your action. You write a sale expression that returns true or false. Events that return true are passed to the handler. You access the event data using the evbang domain. For example, evbang_item.value gives you the JSON body, and evbang_item.key gives you the event key. For Chronos Bank's use case, we only want to process events where the KYC result is complete. A simple filter might check a field in the event body, like this. Events that don't match this expression are ignored. In the event handler, you'll first specify a service account. This is the user identity Appian runs the action as. It needs the appropriate permissions on the record type. Make sure this account has at least editor access to the records you're writing to. With the service account set, configure the action to write to record using abang write records. This writes the incoming event data directly to your Appian record type. As with the filter, use the evbang prefix to access data from the event. With the event consumer configured, test it. We'll publish a test event to the Kafka topic, a simulated KYT completion event with a JSON body, and watch what happens on the Appian side. Click Start Test to check for new events. The event consumer picks up the event, evaluates the filter, and since the status field matches, passes it to the handler, which writes the record. The record type list now shows the new entry, the KYC result. Data from the Kafka event has been written directly to the record. No manual steps, no process model needed. Worth noting, write to record isn't your only option. If you already have a process model built to handle incoming events, you can use abang start process instead. The event consumer will kick off a new process instance for each matching event, passing the event data in as process parameters. Once the event consumer is properly configured, click Start. Now it will act as a persistent listener. Each time an event is written to the Kafka topic, the event consumer will automatically trigger the Write Records smart service and create a new record. That's the full picture. A connected system stores your broker credentials. A publish event smart service writes events to a topic. An event consumer listens, filters, and acts. And a smart service closes the loop into your Appian data model. For full configuration details, check the Appian documentation.